Welcome to the Untitled Podcast. I'm one half of your host, Stonewall Craft, alongside my brother, Lorenzo Roach. What up?
What's up, my guy?
All right, so I'll be honest. I don't really know what we're doing. Kind of just going with it.
In the words of Ray, it's the way of the road, bubs.
It's the way of the road. It's the way she goes.
It's the way she effing goes.
Honestly, Roach, you host. Just go. Just take it.
Gosh.
Just take it.
It really is happening. All right, so I mean,
I just kind of want to see what you do.
Yeah, let me go.
All right, let him cook.
Let me cook.
Go.
All right. So we just been okay, dude. Jeez. All right. So as you know, we've been grinding out these podcasts, trying to provide the content for you guys, and life. We're just gonna start with general life updates, like we have the past couple times. What we've been doing, what we've been up to, what we're playing, what we're watching.
You're doing great.
What's going on in our coronavirus life right now? So we'll start with you, since I'm hosting. What have you been up to, Stone?
All right. So, the last 2 weeks since the pod, I've taken up golf. Okay. Well, Peyton's. Can I tell your golf story?
I guess so.
Okay. My girlfriend's in the room. I'm going to tell her a golf story.
This is real improv, ladies and gentlemen.
I can tell it. So, we're golfing, right? It's this, like, publicly owned one in Bloomington. It's really nice. We're just hitting around, you know, me and Peyton, my girlfriend. We're terrible. She's probably better than me, if I'm being honest.
Novice. Let's not say terrible. They're novice.
I shot like a 65 on a par 36. That's terrible.
Novice.
So we're at the last hole, right? First off, this foursome of old people were playing behind us, and I think one of their grandsons like were with them. This dude isn't in a cart, bro. He is literally head down. You know, the bag's on. He's going so fast. He hit like this beautiful shot on 6. Wait, no, it was like 4. Anyway, on the 4th hole, and his grandpa's like, "Oh, great shot. What was that? Did 8 iron?" And he was like, "Yeah," and he just kept looking.
Yeah.
And so they're all
sound like that.
Yes, no, he sounded like that. They're all chilling in cards, bro. He's like, "Yeah," and he just like keeps walking, bro. No regard for these old people hitting balls around him that might hit him, bro. He's just walking with his like Titleist bag, bro.
Oh my gosh.
He has like a towel, bro. He's doing everything.
He was into it, man. He had a dick shot, and he just
I
was in it.
I guarantee you, he probably plays like high school. Anyway, but. Okay, and then, so we're trying to, like, be fast, you know, because this dude's on, you know, on me, bro. He was practicing his drive while I'm putting. And I'm like, not even while I'm putting, I'm like chipping onto the green, bro, and he's there. And I'm like, okay, this dude is a little much.
He's kind of riding.
Yeah, so I'm just like, all right, we need to kind of hurry up. So we just finished 8. We're only playing 9 holes. We go to 9. Looking for the red tee, the lady handicap tee, right?
Yes, sir.
For Peyton to hit. And I can't find it, bro, because in 8 in the 9th hole there's 3 tees like guys can hit from, you know. And then there's one that like the girls just hit from, but I don't care, dude. That's hitting from the red tees anyway. So I'm like, I think it's right here. So I stopped the golf cart like in the golf path. Okay. I don't even remember what I did, but I hear like ow. And I turn around, I'm like, what happened? And Peyton's just on the ground, bro. And I'm like, well, like what happened? And she's like, no, really, like I'm hurt. And I'm like, oh. So I had to kick it into gear. So what she did was she went to grab her driver, stepped in a pothole in the golf path, like the cart path, twisted her ankle, and then fell on her knee, bro. She had to get 3 stitches.
Jesus.
3 stitches. And I'm just like, I don't know what to do, bro. So I just gave us both 5s on the par 4 right there.
That's why I don't play golf.
I was like,
that's why I don't play golf right there.
We're in no
Too
condition
dangerous.
to play this hole.
Too dangerous.
But I'm gonna say this all happened because that little weirdo was behind us, going so fast, bro. This foursome of old people. I didn't know. I figured there was some golf cart etiquette. You know, last time I was golfing, I was like in middle school.
Right.
But these old people are whipping these carts, and it's Corona. So if you guys don't live together, you have to have your own cart. So they're 4 cars deep, bro. Just like skirting around. So
That's gotta be you when you get older.
for real. But I've gotten a little better. I just want to keep playing, bro. I just want to grind some golf. I saw a tweet. It was like, why does every like 20-year-old, like mid-20s?
My brother.
What?
My brother. He cut out a little bit.
Oh well, I
Couldn't hear you
didn't
for a second.
I didn't cut out for them. What I was saying was,
I know.
what was I saying? I'm so bad at. Like all these people like in their mid-20s are picking up golf because it's fun. There's nothing else to do. Also, golf is expensive. Just want to throw it out there to the listeners.
Is it?
Yeah, bro.
That's another reason I don't play.
It was
golf,
like
dude.
30-some bucks for us just to play, like a
So pretty
round.
much what I'm hearing is you'll hurt yourself, you'll spend a lot of money, you'll almost get hit by old people, and you're gonna have douchers behind you making you not play. Well.
Yes,
So
basically. So keep doing
what
it.
I'm learning from this is play golf.
Yeah, dude. Get clubs. We can play. I'm telling you, dude, this year, this like fall, let's just go play golf. What say you?
I say PGA Tour better watch out.
So clubs are
I have a
usually
mean
expensive,
putt.
right?
I have a mean putt.
That's what you think, bro, until you see these greens, bro. They're not straight.
Hey, I'll run any putt course in the nation.
Okay, this is not putt-putt. But yeah, Peyton's coming
They're the
down.
same family.
Our friend Peyton Mannering is coming down to play on Sunday with me and my girlfriend Peyton.
How ironic.
What? They're both named Peyton?
Yes.
What are you doing over there? Sounds like you're making noise.
I'm playing with my guard dog security baton.
Yeah, can you not?
I didn't know anyone could hear that.
Oh yeah.
Gotta stay protected during this time of police brutality.
Oh my goodness, I don't think you can say that. Okay, one thing, and Rich, I know you didn't want to talk about politics that much,
Just go for it, dude.
but the Donald
Send it.
took a huge L. Did you see that? In
Yes,
Tulsa?
I did. Yes.
All the TikTok teenagers took his seats. Dude, he said like millions of people were gonna come to this thing. They couldn't even fill an 18,000 person arena.
Oh, Donald.
Yeah, he was like,
All I'm saying is
what?
I don't like him, but I'll take his COVID money.
I mean, I'll take his COVID money any day.
Wave 2, come on, give it to the college kids.
Yeah, wave 2, where you at? I think they're gonna extend this like crazy unemployment stuff. So crazy thing, I'm supposed to get paid on Thursdays, and I should have got paid last Thursday. And I didn't get paid by IU, so I'm like, better file for unemployment.
Oh yeah, it was through June, wasn't it, or something?
It's through June 30th. So like,
These mother truckers.
I was banking on a couple more. But did I tell you they kind of screwed me by like keeping me on because I kind of get juiced unemployment.
Yeah.
Did you have to file unemployment at all, or were you at Polyhood the whole time?
I've been at Polyhood the whole time.
Mm.
Dude,
That's-
54-hour weeks. That's my life update. I'm still grinding at Polywood right now. Don't have any time for anything else.
No time for anything.
All we do is Polywood 6 days a week, 54 hours a week, and then we're back on the gym grind where we needed to be.
With our friend
And-
Schmill.
Schmill joined the gym gang last week. Me, Zabe, and Schmill go most days.
Big bike guy.
Huge bike guy.
Was that what he does all the time? Just bike?
So yeah, he started off on the treadmill, doing a little jog, a little incline to walk, that kind of stuff, and then he discovered the sit-down bike, and his game over.
He's like, dude, this running stuff not fun.
He's been going nuts, dude. Like 15 miles a day on the sit down bike.
Day.
Literally.
Does he do anything else or just the bike?
He'll do a couple lifts, some arm stuff, some stretching at the end. But he's grinding.
That's the most Schmill thing I've ever heard.
He's grinding and I love it.
Did he like do the treadmill with you like for a while? Like would run with you?
I had like 3 or 4 days last week. I think like 3 days last week.
So
they
when,
discovered the sit down bike.
When me and you
it's only
went,
been a couple. This is only his second week, so.
When me and you went and we'd like run on the treadmill, I contemplated life.
Dude, I was telling Taylor today I was actually running and I got the runner's high where I just felt like I felt like I could go forever.
Yeah,
I hadn't gotten that feeling in a while.
Dude,
it's pretty nice.
I've gotten that a couple times around what's the community I live in called?
The Monroe?
No, like in Napanee.
Oh, I have no idea.
That area, I've gotten that a couple times.
The park community? I don't know.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. That's crazy how that happens.
I know, it was a weird feeling. I was about ready to call it quits about half a mile, dude. I was going nuts.
He's like, I can keep going. I can keep going.
Just kept going. Went for a whole mile and a half. But yeah, we got a good workout in today. I need to redact something I said on the last pod.
What's that?
So, went into great detail about this magnificent tattoo I wanted to get on my arm.
Oh. Yeah.
That's no longer happening.
So, why not?
At least not yet. At least not yet. Because, so, as you can attest, the speakers in my car are blown.
Pretty bad, yeah.
They don't sound very good. And I've been dealing with this, since I've had the car. It's already been almost 4 years. And I figured it's about time to upgrade. So I call this place over by the Planet Fitness I go to, called GNC Customs here in Goshen. And just asking them, how much that kind of stuff would cost, because I have no idea what any of that stuff costs.
Yeah, you're an idiot.
Found out that it'd be about $400 or $500 to replace the speakers in my car.
Would it be cheaper just to put in a system? Or do you need those speakers?
I'm gonna get to that. So I could just replace the speakers and keep the bass, like the stock radio, and instantly, back to what I was doing, using my Bluetooth adapter thing, instantly just get better sound out of that. But then I've been thinking about it too, because you have that like different head unit in yours, like a different stereo.
Yeah.
Think about getting something like that. Because that's nicer than having to play Bluetooth through the radio. You know what I mean?
Dude, it's nice.
Out of that too. And this dude upsold me, man. Like I was already thinking about it, but it was in my head, and he upsold you. Got me to buy a touchscreen head unit.
Ooh, touchscreen
with Apple CarPlay built in.
How much?
So that's pretty dope. It's $250 for the display, the head unit.
So $250 on top of what you're paying.
Well, and then plus the labor and stuff for it too. So yeah.
But
I don't want to disclose how much it came out to be. But
you freaking idiot.
Let's just say it was close to what the tattoo would have probably been. Probably less, but.
How much is the tattoo gonna cost you? Do you know?
No, not really, because I didn't get farther than giving the chick an idea, because she never got back to me. But
you snooze, you lose, lady.
Speaking of that, I got a text from her one morning. Hey, if you call me before 11, we can set up an appointment for you. Like, try to get something scheduled.
Before 11?
So I texted her. Yeah, I woke up. It was like 9 o'clock, and I saw that text.
Was it on a Saturday?
Okay.
Or was it?
It was on Sunday. It was on Sunday. So I was like, "Do you want me to just call this number?" Because it was her personal number, and the the shop was closed.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Should I just call this number?" Texted her. Didn't get a response. It comes to be like 10:45. I'm like, "Well, she said to call before 11, so I better call." Tried calling her, nothing. Left a voicemail, nothing. It's like, oh, I guess that's how she does business.
I don't. Who knows, bro? I don't really like.
But
I don't really like those big tattoo places.
Yeah.
I just feel like I don't know. So my dad's tattoo guy, Dope. Used to run like tattoo place. And
I was gonna ask about it. You said something about that.
Yeah, I mean, I can ask.
Then plans changed.
I think he's booked out like all the way through August. Like that's the thing too is like he controls his own schedule.
That's what I've been running into.
So he just like, he doesn't work. He does like he can do like two people a day or something if he wants. Like he can do whatever he wants.
Right. I've been running into that I've called a few places, and the biggest thing is just that all those appointments that were scheduled in like, April and May, those are just being pushed out. You know what I mean? So it's hard to even get
you're
one.
right. I didn't even think about that. There's like a few months where you couldn't even
soon.
Yeah, because I bet, dude, when you think about it, getting tattoos kind of nasty.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Try not to think about it. That's why we're going for a new stereo. So I'm excited about that. Finally gonna have decent sound in my car for the first time in my life. But yeah, that's kind of what's going on with me.
How's hosting? You like it?
It feels empowering. Kind of just do whatever I want to do.
Keep doing it. Let's go. Cook.
This is a cooperative event that me and Stonewall attended this past weekend. My friend Andrew knows him. Went to high school with him. His name's Andrew.
Andrew
he
knows him.
He turned 21.
I know him. His name's Andrew.
Whatever. Everyone know what I meant. He turned 21 this weekend, 21st birthday. So we go to a bar here in town. Speaking of, Stonewall lives in Bloomington, right?
Predominantly, I am based in Bloomington. Yes.
Predominantly lives in Bloomington at our apartment. Well, because if you didn't know, we were roommates. Just in case any newcomers to the pod. He comes home this past weekend and says nothing to his so-called brother.
Okay, listen.
About him being home. And you know how I found out? Because I stalked you on the map.
You're a weirdo. You stalked me on the map?
No, what I was doing was checking to see where Xavier's location was. We were about to go to the gym. And I saw yours, and I saw it was in Napanee, and I was like, oh, okay.
Well, I had a busy weekend, first of all. I went to a wedding. It's Father's Day. Do you get it?
I do. I'm just giving you a hard time, because I'm the host.
But I still saw you.
Yeah, no.
I said something to him. I still planned on seeing you guys. I just didn't even say anything.
Going up to the bar, went up there, had a couple drinks, it was a fun little hangout.
Yeah, it was cool. I've never really been there because I don't live there. I've been
what? I was gonna say the goal was to get Andrew blacked out, but that didn't happen.
What is wrong with you? Leave the man alone. Let him.
He was taking some shots like a champ, though. But he's a big boy, so take a little bit.
He is big. Keep hosting.
But I'm going, dude. So that was fun. We were trying to get him to go to the Frog with us, but he had stuff to do the next day, and
I didn't want to go.
You didn't want to go either. No, I'm talking about both, Andrew and you.
I didn't want to go.
It applies to both.
Well,
no, it was fine.
You were talking about Andrew. I thought you were talking about me.
It applies to both, though.
It does. I wanted to go home.
Stonewall reserves his nights for Bloomington only.
Not even. I reserve my nights for relaxation and chill. I'm a chill guy. I like chilling.
He has all this time to chill in quarantine.
Yeah, dude, I've been living the life.
He can't get enough. What a
First of all,
animal.
And we these things still shouldn't be happening, if I'm being honest. Especially,
I 100% agree.
Especially up there.
From what I saw at the Frog when we went, dude, I don't know how I don't have COVID right now. Actually, I might have COVID. I don't know.
You probably already had it.
I don't know, dude.
You probably already had it. Yeah, dude.
Sunday was pretty cool, though. I did wear my 6ix9ine mask for the first time in public.
I did. I saw you.
I know.
I forgot about that because Napanee's so small. We just happen to run into each other. Especially a hub like Martin's supermarket, dude.
Everyone's huge hub.
A hub for COVID, dude.
There's some passionate people in this town about wearing masks. I'll just say that.
That's free country. I'm not gonna wear no goddamn mask.
So that was a little recap of what
wear a mask. Old people will die.
Weekend.
Old people will die.
We're moving on.
Old people will die.
We're moving on.
The host
to probably the main point of this pod is
of
to
your
discuss,
life.
Honestly, to this point, yes. To discuss Avatar, we talked about it. I think it was just last pod.
Yeah,
I already grinded through the show since last pod.
Wow.
Granted, it's only 3 seasons, but
how many episodes per season? Do you know off the top of your head?
It's like 20. I think it's like 20, but they're only half an hour, so it's like 10 hours. Not even. It's like 20 minutes an episode.
Dude, so good. Continue.
But you know, I kind of wish I would have done book 2 for one pod and then book 3, but there's no reason to discuss book 2 other than the fact that Toph's dope.
Yeah, basically Toph goes in there, and then you think Zuko's gonna be good, but then he's not.
Yeah, that's basically book 2.
And Iroh has a tea shop. That's dope.
He has a tea shop. I liked the episode where it just kind of showed each one of them like doing their own thing in the city.
I don't really remember that.
It was like Tale of Iroh, Tale of Aang.
Oh, was it the Tales of Ba Sing Se? Was the
that one was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a dope episode.
Aang, spoiler, Aang gets freaking doink shotted from across the map, no scoped by Azula. Dude. I thought he was about to go in. I was just waiting for it. And then,
yeah, bro. He was in the Avatar state, wasn't he?
He was, about to enter it.
Yeah, and
because he had just learned how to like control it.
For the people at home, if you die in the Avatar state, you end the Avatar life cycle, bro.
Avatar, yes. The Avatar will not be reborn.
Dude, that's a lot of pressure, dude.
So
if I was the Avatar, I'd never be in the Avatar state.
I'm like, dude. And Katara has this special water she uses to heal him, at least bring him back to life, because he did die for a second.
Okay. I want to know something, right? So, I'm asking you. I don't know what the answer is. Is the Avatar technically like the same person every time? But they just don't remember like their past life, you know what I'm saying?
That's what I was thinking, like getting at. I was thinking it was like some like sort of Hindu thing where like they're reborn, but they're like a different person, but it's the same person.
Because there's been like, I think there's only been like 7 or 8 avatars, like at the time. But I mean,
no way, dude.
Yeah,
no way. There's been way more than that.
No. I swear.
No. The air temple, dude. Do you not remember the air temple?
Yeah, those weren't just avatars, bro.
Are you sure?
Because Mikey wasn't his person in there. Avatar life cycle.
I don't know. I just always thought there was more. At least 8.
So did I, but then I think I looked it up. What is it does killing off the air.
Think about it. If an avatar lives around 9 years, that's a lot.
Say it again?
Of time. If you think about it, they're talking about most of the avatars living for, like 70, 80, 90 years.
Well, longer than that. So Aang dies pretty young, I think.
Longer than that.
Because like
in like the extended universe.
Well, there's a sequel. There's a sequel series.
Oh, the
Legend of Korra.
Oh, that takes place shortly after.
Yeah, so it's like right after Aang dies. It's the next Avatar.
Gotcha.
So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 avatars altogether.
When the first show is, or is that including?
That's including Aang and Korra.
Dang.
So, yeah. Anyway, I was just wondering. I just didn't know if you knew because I didn't.
I didn't know that. I just remember that room. I thought those were all.
Yeah. Okay.
But I digress.
Okay, how do you want to do this? Are you just about to just go in?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really care what happened. I don't really care what happened during season. I do care, but it's not relevant. All that matters is how it ended.
Alright, cook.
So, long story short, Aang's feeling like he's not going to be able to beat the Fire Lord. He runs off. Nobody knows where he went. This is all towards the end of the season. And Sokka and Katara and Zuko's now a good guy. That's a huge change.
Is he though?
Zuko joins them. I think so.
He doesn't join until like halfway through the season.
He's a good guy for the end.
Yeah, but I'm saying like
tries to be.
Yeah, I get it. But at the end of the second book, he, turns on Homeboy.
I know, it's sad.
Keep going. Cook.
Anyways, so Aang's disappeared. No one knows where he went. And then everyone else is trying to come up with some sort of plan to fight the Fire Lord. So they go try to find Zuko's uncle, and they end up finding the Order of the White Lotus, which is trying to take back Ba Sing Se. And it has like Boomy, which was like Aang's old earthbending friend, and pretty much like all the masters that Aang kind of learned from, or initially tried to learn from.
Yeah, like the waterbending guy from the Northern Water Tribe. Iroh's in it, isn't he?
Iroh's in it, yeah. For like the firebender or whatever. And then Iroh says, no, the Avatar has to be the one to defeat the Fire Lord. It's destiny, blah, blah, blah. So, cuts back to Aang. Somehow is on like this giant lion turtle thing. Has no idea how he got there and has no idea how to get off. And I don't know exactly I didn't know what happened in the moment.
So, I think that turtle is the first Avatar.
Okay, I wasn't that deep.
I don't know what that means. And then he
I have no idea
tells him to get in line with his whatever. I don't know. The whole turtle thing
touches
was
his
weird.
head. Touches his head. I honestly kind of think they kind of just had to write something in.
Yeah.
I don't think it didn't seem that well planned because he kind of just touches his head. The whole thing is Aang doesn't want to have to kill the Fire Lord because he's a air nomad and they're pacifist.
I mean, honestly,
like
Aang, first off,
pacifist.
I'm worried about dying. That's you don't even know if you can beat him, let alone beat him to the point where you don't have to kill him.
I agree. He just doesn't want to kill him though, and he's having these conflicts because he's trying to talk to the past avatars, and they're all saying you have to kill him. He doesn't know what the heck to do.
And then,
this turtle touches his head, green glow. I was like, what the heck just happened? I thought he turned on like some killer instinct in, and I was gonna make him go nuts. And so, fast forward to the final showdown. The Fire Lord is kicking Aang's butt.
You know who voices the Fire Lord?
I feel like you're gonna say something, and I'm just gonna have my mind blown.
Mark Hamill.
I did not know that. That dude's a goat.
Yeah, bro. Voices Joker, and he's Luke Skywalker, and he's the Fire Lord. All right, keep going.
He's a true goat. So Aang holds his ground a little bit, against the Fire Lord, but then he starts kind of getting his teeth kicked in, and it looks like everything's gonna be over. And there's that scar from where he got hit by the lightning bolt, or Zula destroyed him. He's been having this weird feeling like that he can't, like that something's wrong inside of him from that. And he gets pushed up against this like protruding rock and it hits that spot. And then instantly everything snaps back to normal and he goes full Avatar.
Bro, wasn't that dope?
It was one of the greatest moments in cinematic history.
Because then he uses all the elements from
all the elements and all the moves he does. And it looks like that wasn't even the best part to me though. So he starts, taking it to the Fire Lord. The Fire Lord's running like a little P-boy. Ozai. His name's Ozai. And gets him pinned down. And then Aang shows mercy towards him and doesn't do anything when he hasn't pinned. He exits the Avatar state. And then Ozai tries to go in for a cheap shot. And then Aang somehow does this move. I don't know.
He senses him.
Exactly what happened.
Yeah, bro.
He senses him and locks him in place with rocks.
With his foot, bro. Toph. With his foot.
Yeah, it was like Toph, because she sees things through the ground with her feet. And he locks him in place. And then he does this weird, soul-looking transfer thing. And I didn't know what had happened at all until he said it. But I guess that turtle taught him how to take away a person's ability to bend.
Wild, bro. I just got chills.
And I guess it also makes him like half retarded because the dude couldn't even stand.
Well, I mean, he just got all of his. He just got drained, bro.
So, I don't know. I would have liked to see Ozai die. Maybe I'm just sick.
Yeah, maybe.
But it was dope just watching all that culmination. The only thing I'm disappointed is that there's not more. But I understand why there's only 3.
Yeah, hard show to make, I'm sure. And it's so good, dude. I texted you and I said Dave Filoni, he does majority of season 1. That's like what he does. That's his. Dave Filoni, Clone Wars guy for the people keeping score.
He's a true G.
Dude, so what was your favorite episode?
There's so many good ones, and there's honestly, because I watched them so fast,
they just all kind of blend.
They all kind of just blended together, so I don't think I could pick one specifically, but I did really like the one where they're in the caves, like the end of season 2. Basically, you can add, say, every finale, because those are just awesome. I also really like the Tales of Ba Sing Se, like I said. And then also, there was one when they first go raid the Fire Nation, like, capital.
Oh, the Eclipse?
The Eclipse, yeah.
That is dope.
Specifically the part where Zuko, like, confronts his dad. I thought that was cool.
Yeah, bro. And when he's like, so when Team Avatar, they like get to the Fire Lord's place and he's not there. Of course he's not there. Why would he be there? Why would he be in the Fire Lord's house?
It might have worked, but he knew about it in advance. So.
Yeah. How did he? Well, I mean, you gotta know they're probably gonna attack you when you can't.
Azula heard it because she was pretending to be the Kimoni girl or whatever they're called.
Oh yeah, Kyoshi warrior.
And they heard the king. The king said something about the eclipse.
Dude, so my favorite episode is either the Boiling Rock, bro.
Oh, I like that one a lot too.
Fire.
Where they have to escape. That was dope.
They escape like the big prison, and it's so good because Zuko is just so dope in it. That's like his kind of coming out with the Team Avatar.
I want to say I'm Team Sokka and Kyoshi warrior chick. I forget her name.
What's her name?
Suki.
Yeah.
Suki. Yeah, I like them better than the princess from season 1, even though she was only in like 2 episodes.
Yeah, I mean, and then my favorite episode in the whole series, I don't think you're gonna guess it. Ember Island Players, bro. Where they watch the play? Where they watch the play about what happened?
I skipped that one.
What?
I actually skipped because it was getting so close to the end, and I just wanted to watch the end.
Oh, you're nuts, bro! It's so good.
What makes it so good?
It's the perfect recap episode in anything, bro. It recaps the whole story, and like the play, like gets stuff wrong, like because they're the Fire Nation, so like Toph, when they introduce Toph, bro, she can't see. They're in the nosebleeds because they don't want to be noticed. So like she can only hear the play, she can't like see it. So then Toph comes out, bro. It's this dude. He's like 7'5" built, bro, and he's like,
oh, because she's so good at earthbending.
Yes, bro. Just how people describe her. And then he starts. It's a dude. He's like, my name's Tough. Like not Toph. It's Tough. And then like Qatar's laughing because Toph's been laughing at them the whole time, and Qatar's laughing at her, and she's like, I sound awesome. And he's like, yeah, I can't. He's like, I'm blind, so I can't like see, so I have to hear with my mouth. And he's like, I use sonar, bro. And he just starts screaming. And Toph's like,
why did I
skip that?
Why did I skip that one?
I can't believe you skipped it.
I can still watch it.
Oh, it's not the same.
Dude, low-key kind of pissed. I watched the like finale because they ended up just like grouping up all the episodes that are like part 1, part 2
Yeah.
into like one big episode, and they put HD on there. I watched it in like standard definition the whole time up until the finale.
What?
They replaced it with. They finally got the HD version.
Dude, the finale's dope.
I've literally been wanting to. I already want to rewatch it.
Katara and Sokka and Zuko against Azula. Come on, and Agni Kai. I mean, that's just a dope name for a fight.
I just want to say Azula is a dirty cheapskate.
I'm just saying Azula's like blue fire is dope. Dope.
I'm just saying Azula is the definition of crazy ex.
What'd you think of the bloodbending episode?
Dude, that was kind of creepy.
That's one of the better episodes too.
Yeah, I forgot. I kind of forgot about that one because she only used it one time.
So,
but when she was going to get revenge or whatever.
Yeah, in Legend of Korra, there's like a bloodbender that, like, I mean, it's like a 5-minute scene. It shows like adult Aang. I'm just gonna spoil it for you. So it's this
son of a gun,
dude. It's such a small part. It's this bloodbender. I don't even know the context of it because I've only seen the clip on YouTube. It's this bloodbender that like has Republic City. It's like this city that they all built, and he like bloodbends everybody in the courtroom. He makes Toph like unlock him, bro, and then he goes off running. And then adult Aang gets on like those spinny ball, that he's been doing since the beginning. It is so funny, bro, because he's so big, but he's still like using the ball thing.
That ball.
Yeah. And then he like takes away his bending. But it's dope because it's like the only fight scene you see of Aang as an adult. So
they do show him as an adult.
Kind of, yeah. It's more like flashbacks.
Right.
And like people telling stories about him. I mean, he's in the whole show. Like, he's in the show the whole time. Like, his son is like a main character, Tenzin. And he has kids.
Did he have a son with kids with Katara?
Yes, he had kids with Katara. He had 3, I think.
And slaying, dude.
One of them is named Boomy.
I love it. I'm gonna name my dog Boomy.
Your dog? You're getting a dog?
I mean, eventually.
So tell the great people who your roommate is next year. Did you already say on the pod? I don't even know.
I didn't. Maybe this could have gone a couple sections before.
Yeah, but I mean, we're loose and goose with you as host,
I know, I was just making amends. So, next year, drum roll. I don't know if they can hear that.
They couldn't.
I'm living with my brother, Xavier.
Friend of the pod.
Friend of the pod, you should listen to it if you haven't. Yeah, we're gonna move into a 2-bedroom apartment at the same place that you're going to move into.
Which I recommended to you. Move-in date is in 8 days for me.
Huge.
I'm so excited, bro.
So that'll be cool to live with my brother for school. Granted, it's only going to be for a couple months because they're shutting down campus from like Thanksgiving to February.
Yeah, so what are you going to do next year?
I'll probably come back home and I'm probably going to come back home and work at Polywood there in that time.
Dude, me and Xavier are just going to chill.
So I'll be on campus. He'll probably come home too.
No.
I'll probably I do want to be there from the start up until Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a nice 3 months, and then I'll be back for the last 3 months from February to May.
Dude, it's crazy how we're doing school this year.
I know, but at least we get something.
Yeah, it's better than nothing, I guess.
But the fact that they're charging us full tuition, come on.
Dude, it's because their argument is like you're still have access to all these like professors.
Do I though?
Yeah, exactly. Do I? These professors don't know how to work anything.
Literally. it's not the same.
And
but,
I can't I can't see him. I can't see my professor in person and talk to him one-on-one, twice a week like I usually would,
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know, that atmosphere is just so much better.
I mean, I'm not asking for like half off, but dude, nothing.
Just something,
like,
dude.
Same, like nothing.
Yeah, it is ridiculous.
Just, come on. They just love to schmaz people, man.
Dude, college is such a scam, but you gotta get that piece of paper that says that I can do something.
I wouldn't be anything without that. All right, so
Host.
That was Avatar. It was great. I loved it. I'd highly recommend you watch it, even after all of our spoilers. So what we're gonna kind of end the pod with here is talking about the NBA.
Of course, the best league there is.
Predominantly an NBA pod. There's not really been too much news. There was a little bit of baseball news, I guess. They kind of came to an agreement that they would find some way to shorten the season. Yeah,
so did the commissioner of the MLB basically say we're gonna make you play a 60-game season if you don't come to an agreement? Is that what it was?
I think so, but don't quote me on that because I'm not versed in baseball.
Yeah. Dude, I
skimmed it. That was a little skim.
I was telling my dad this past weekend, baseball missed such an opportunity. You can play baseball. You don't need people to be there.
Yeah, if anything, it's one of the better sports to play because everyone's so spread out.
Yeah, golf number 1, baseball close second. I don't understand, bro. If there's a disparity between the players in the league that big, what are we doing?
I don't know, man.
What are we doing?
I guess I didn't really understand, but I guess, and I think you were telling me about this too, the difference, the disparity in pay between the stars and the regular players is huge. Even bigger than the NBA.
The NBA, those mid-level guys are still making $5 million, $10 million.
Yeah.
A pitcher, a relief pitcher is making $800K. Which, yeah, that's still a lot, but
compared to Bryce Harper's whatever he's making,
yeah,
$300 million, and just good lord, dude.
With 10, it's a guarantee. The money's not guaranteed, but the length of 10 years, that's pretty definitive.
Yeah, that's wild, bro. For one guy,
baseball contract's just different. Also, ironic that Bryce Harper wanted to leave the Nationals to go win a World Series, and then the Nationals won a World Series. I get it. Sorry. Gotta ask yourself, who's the problem?
What the NFL's gonna do? Because there's all these
your mic cut out reports that whole time.
Of Bucks no play. Said. Oh, I was just saying I have no idea what to make of the NFL because I'm seeing all these reports now of all these NFL players having COVID now.
Yeah, all the Bucks.
The Bucks, Cowboys, different players like that. I know Von Miller had it, or probably a month ago at this point. But I don't know. NFL's. They're saying someone. I think it was some a health official said something about how there's realistically the season can't be played unless they do a bubble scenario like the NFL or the NBA.
I mean,
but to do that for a whole season.
Yeah. That's the thing that's crazy. It's crazy how long this has been affected. You know what I mean?
I know. And they still have no idea what they're doing.
And there's no end in sight. Dude. Wild.
And then I'll say something about the NASCAR things I just saw today. Apparently the FBI put out a statement saying that it was not a hate crime against Bubba Wallace. That noose had been in the Talladega garage for a year.
Yeah, why?
I don't know, dude.
We can't get a janitor to take it down?
We can't get a janitor to take it down. Some dudes, why is there just a noose hanging in there? Okay, maybe it was a crime against Bubba Wallace this time, but maybe it had to have been a hate crime last time or something. Who knows, dude? Why is there just a noose in that garage?
And why... okay, And then did you see like the NASCAR try to like jump on it? Like we didn't know we'd put him in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, dude. Something's afoot.
My first question is just still, why is there a noose in a garage for a year?
Yeah, why didn't we? Can someone? Hey, Dale, did you take down that noose in Garage 4 yet? Oh, nah, dude. Oh, we can get to it. We can get to it next week.
They forgot about it. RIP.
I'm just saying.
That was just weird.
Yeah, I mean, and so maybe that noose like wasn't directed at him, but I think the sentiment is still the same. Like, there's some racist NASCAR fans. Like, it's still. I mean, he was still getting hate. You know what I mean? Like, that's not like.
Oh yeah, yeah. He was getting hate regardless. Before it.
Yeah. So I'd never actually seen a picture of him, so I just kind of thought he was just some white dude.
I did too, bro. He was mixed. I literally didn't know. No. I had no idea.
I mean, I don't watch NASCAR.
I don't follow that. Yeah.
Because NASCAR.
I did see something also. So you know how they banned Confederate flags at their races and stuff?
Yeah.
Well, I saw, I think it was an ESPN tweet or something, that some guy flew over like the raceway with a big Confederate flag behind the plane, like when the race was about to start.
So my thing,
but then it got postponed or something.
Okay, so people that do that, they claim that like the Confederate flag doesn't stand for like racism and stuff. Then why? Okay, so you don't think that, but someone else does, and then you fly it in their face to prove that it doesn't mean that? No, that doesn't make any sense.
I don't understand why you even care about that stupid flag so much. Like, there's literally a war between the Union and the Confederacy, and the Union won. And you're gonna say, also, that flag was only a thing for like 5 years, but there's so much history behind it, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
what?
So it's like the battle flag of like the Virginian militia or some stupid. Anyway, that doesn't matter, bro. History, it doesn't matter.
So much history there, man.
Yeah, the history is that people in the 50s and stuff viewed it as like a symbol against African Americans. That's the fact. Like, that's what that might not be the original intention for it, but that's what it turned into. Yeah.
Right. Like, I'm sure they didn't make I know they didn't make the flag back then and say, this is because we, like, hate African Americans, whatever. But that's what it represents.
I mean, kind of. I mean, the flag wasn't made for that purpose, but those people did.
That's true, but you know what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah, I know.
Like, it was just their flag. They didn't necessarily represent that, but what they stood for and the things that they condoned kind of takes on that role.
Yeah, and did you see what I retweeted like a couple hours ago?
Like, no, I didn't.
It was like, this guy was like, man, like, statues of Jesus are next. Like, they could take down statues of Jesus. Then this guy that like works at CNN, he like used to be a representative in South Carolina. He said that Jesus was a brown refugee. Y'all would have put him in a cage.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, dude, I thought that was pretty good.
Some people have no chill, man.
Well, I mean, okay. First of all, Jesus was not white. Let's just get that out of the way. He literally was a brown boy. But, people don't like to hear that Jesus was not white. But
I know, it's weird to think about because, like,
in everything he's white.
In everything he's white. I don't know how they'd prove that. I guess depending on like the location, it just makes sense that he wouldn't be.
Yeah, it was in the Middle East.
But still, like, that's crazy.
What?
Just because our whole like life growing up, everything's depicted as white people.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, somebody, crazy. And then, but the thing is, I bet you the person that like drew Jesus for the first time white probably didn't even think about it. They're probably like, this is what it looks like. Like, he has a big beard and long hair.
Yeah.
Wears sandals and he's white.
Wild, bro.
Yeah, we kind of got off track from your NBA restart.
Dude. We need some filler.
We're
just having a good time.
This ain't filler. This is quality content. Should I name that the pod, the Way of the Road episode?
Yeah, I like that.
Or the host, the episode that roast. The episode that Roach hosts. Okay, I'll put it in the description. I don't know. You'll see what I do.
Call it the Doo-Doo Chunderman episode.
What does that even mean?
I don't know, dude. I just said it because it made me think of Payne.
Payne's a dog. It's weird, dude.
I haven't seen that, man.
Host.
Yeah. So we're getting back to the NBA restart. We talked about other sports a little bit. Then NASCAR kind of got us off track. Now we're back to the NBA. Breaking news: Nikola Jokic has coronavirus.
Tough.
Rip Joker, dude. Nah,
he'll be fine.
I think he'll be fine.
He'll still play.
He'll be back.
He has to play, bro.
So I want to know your thoughts on kind of where you stand on the players playing, not playing, sitting out, not sitting out, that kind of thing. Because that's kind of, there's a couple players have already said they're not gonna return, like Trevor Ariza, and there's another one too. I forget.
Boogie said he's not playing.
Bertans or something.
Davis
well,
Bertans.
I saw that Boogie apparently wasn't going to play his report, but then I saw another report that said his agent said he's still looking at teams. He hasn't definitively said he's not going to. So I don't know what's true.
Well, I'm guessing he's only going to play if the Lakers want him back.
I'll say the Lakers will take him back if Dwight doesn't play.
Dwight's going to play. That's so, and that because he's like, I didn't say we shouldn't play. I just wanted to start a conversation, is what he said. So it's like he realized, like, oh, the Lakers could just get Boogie back.
That was big dumb of me.
He was like, oh, the Lakers could just get Boogie back? Yeah, let's play. You know what I mean? So, I mean, and that conversation should have been had, you know? Like, is it the right time? You know, that conversation's good. But he just realized that they don't need him. I think the whole thing was like, they were going to ask him to come back and, like, you know, they were going to do a whole thing, but they're like, okay, if you're not, that's the thing too. There's not really much pushback if people are saying they don't want to play, you know,
right.
Like Adam Silver's like, if you don't want to play, don't play. Like,
yeah,
because
100%.
I think that'll all work itself out, because I think they realize if they don't play, like, they're missing out on this huge opportunity. Like, everyone's going to be watching this NBA thing. They're going to be watching every game. Like, there's nothing else to watch. There's nothing else to do. People are going to watch the Magic play the Bulls. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Especially since it's been gone for so long, bro.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, this is such a huge stage to play. The fact that, is Trevor Ariza on the Blazers now? I don't even know.
Yeah. Yep.
And I think the Blazers are just not even going to really try. I wouldn't be surprised if Dame doesn't show up. You know what I mean? Like, and these teams that don't really have a chance to win the title, I wouldn't be surprised if those top tier players don't show up either. Especially people like the rookie, what would it be, the 2017 class, right? The Lonzo Ball year. They're coming up for extensions.
So so they wouldn't necessarily want to risk that.
Yeah.
For the shortened little plans, like
true. Yeah, exactly.
Especially when the next season is
in question,
literally happening. Like, well, it's in question, but at least tentatively, it's scheduled to start like 2 months after the finals.
Exactly. So, like, yeah, if you get hurt during this, you're gonna be out almost all next year.
Yeah.
So if it's like a big injury, not if like you sprain your ankle or something, but like say you tear your ACL in this, you're not gonna play for a whole year.
Right.
So like say,
and especially coming back after not playing.
Yeah.
It seems a little higher risk.
Yeah, bro. So like say Lonzo Ball like tears his ACL, he's not gonna get paid. You know, he's probably gonna get paid like $20 million from his extension. I bet. Like,
I mean,
like
I don't
15,
know if
20 million.
Bust, but
I hate that you doubled down on that opinion.
They call me Max Kellerman.
But yeah, I mean, those players, like, if they don't want to play, don't play. Like, it's a huge financial risk to play. You know, you might as well. So if you're one of those like teams that probably aren't going to make the play, like you're probably not going to get past the first wave. Even if I'm like Markelle Fultz, I might not play. You know, I just might not play. But I mean, I get it. If you don't play, don't play. Well, I don't know if I told you this, but what if like Kawhi decides not to play? Wouldn't that be the most Kawhi thing ever? Just to be like, I'm cool.
It's so in character.
And then the Clippers traded all this stuff for this 2-year window because Kawhi last second's like, 2-year contract, right? And they're like, what? We just traded away 7 draft picks to get your guy who only has 2 years left on his deal. So that'd be hilarious, bro, because then they traded all that stuff for next year, just 1 year. Mm-hmm. That'd be stuff of legend, bro. If they had a 1-year window, all those picks on the line.
All those picks, Kawhi, Paul George, all on the line.
I mean, but they can go a 3rd year, I think, right? Their contracts are lined up now.
I think so. They both have an option. They have an opt-out. Yeah.
They're opting out, bro. I hope you know.
I know. Oh, I already know. They set it up to where they'd be able to opt out at the same time.
So I'm playing this totally off topic. I'm playing this My League, right, of the Pistons. And I drafted like Tyrese Halliburton and Killian Hayes, like prospects this year. And then I barely snuck in as an 8 seed to the playoffs. Won the title, bro. Our record in the regular season was 40-42. Went to Game 7 every series, and then we won the title. Guess who I played in the championship? The Grizzlies. Ja Morant, bro.
Los Grizzlies.
He was going nuts. So anyway, I win the title there, and then I signed Paul George in the off season. So I just won the title, and I signed Paul George.
Dang.
I'm executive of the year. Just put my name on the trophy.
Stonewall's well versed in the executive of the year talks. All those teams he made with Luka Doncic, champions.
If I die unexpectedly, I want on my headstone that I was right on Luka Doncic. I just want to say that.
Yeah, dude. You remember when I was like, Dirk?
You were like, what?
I said there's no way he'd ever be better than Dirk.
I think his peak is already better. But don't forget, dude, Dirk was the best player on the title team, so.
That's true. We still have yet to see. But
I'm just saying, Luka's nuts. Luka is insane. I just hope, like, how he plays.
He's only, what, like 20, 21?
He's 22? A year younger than us.
Yeah, so 20. Jeez, dude.
Wait, no, he's the same age as us, I think.
21 still, dude.
No, he's younger than us because Jason Tatum's our age, right?
Jason Tatum's a year older than us.
Oh, so then he is our age. Dang, Luka Doncic is the same age as I am and the top 10 player in the league.
Luka Doncic.
Okay, random. Is Luka Doncic top 10 player?
Yes.
Gotta be, right?
I think so. Well, we're on the list, but yes.
Yeah, like 8, maybe. I mean, I'm just throwing out numbers. Drive this car, Roach. Drive it.
All right, so while we're on the topic of top 10 players, we're going to cap off the show today. We've been doing redrafts past couple of pods. We're going to change it up a little bit. We all know there's been some controversial MVPs. It's kind of become like a consolation prize in a way. Best regular season player, you know what I mean?
What do you mean?
Even though, like, so.
Okay, I just want
to. They give it to whatever the narrative of that season fits.
That's been the MVP forever. That's why it's kind of flawed.
That's what I'm saying.
But, I mean, they still decide the MVP at the end of the regular season, you know what I mean? Like, even though they award it after the whole season, like, they still determine who won the MVP.
I feel the MVP is almost determined before the season even starts.
Ooh.
You got guys coming in, you know, like the story this offseason.
I disagree, but
they have the guys that they focus on that they're talking about, like Giannis. LeBron's usually always in it. Then where are they in MVP voting? Like, where they're going to be 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm. I kind of want to. Okay, I'm on just Wikipedia right now. Is there any way to see like what the votes were for?
I'm on the NBA website, and they have voting for only the past like years.
Okay. You're on the NBA site? I'm about to hop over there right now.
Yeah, it's just NBA.com/history/awards.
Oh, right here.
They only have for the last 4 years, though.
Oh, that's interesting. Continue with ad blocker. By the way, if your website makes me turn off my ad blocker, I'm not going to it. So just want to throw that out there. Okay. Oh, perfect. This is awesome. All right. So we were just going to start from the bottom, right? And then work our way up. Okay.
I mean, sure, but there's not voting, and I have no idea about any of these, so...
I'll fill in the blanks.
You're going to be filling in a bunch of blanks, buddy.
Honestly, all 70s could have been all Kareem, if we're being honest.
The first MVP I specifically remember was when Kevin Durant won MVP.
Really?
Yes. You know, I'm new to the NBA game.
I think the first MVP I remember is probably 08 Kobe. Like, I remember, following that season. It's still crazy that that Celtics team ended up being that good, by the way. Okay. All 70s, Kareem could probably win a couple, Oh,
you're starting in the 70s?
I'm just kind of looking, bro.
I gotcha.
I feel like a lot of the ones we say are probably going to be recent.
But yes, I can attest to that.
Okay. My first candidate for changing 92-93 Charles Barkley. Listen, Barkley.
They were just tired of giving it to Jordan.
Yes, the story was that offseason, Barkley. Write this down. Just write the picks, and then we can narrow it down at the end if we have more than 5.
Okay.
This first one I have a story for.
Was it 92-93 Barkley?
Yes. So 92-93 Barkley. Jordan, the year prior, like in that offseason, becomes friends with Barkley. And then the whole thing. So, like anything in the 90s, if Michael Jordan's involved, it's better. It's interesting. So, Barkley has made a leap, apparently. Like, that's the story coming to the offseason. And then he leads the Suns to be one of the best teams in the West. So, I think they were the 1 seed. Yeah, because Game 6 is in Phoenix. So they had home court because that was 2-3-2 back then. So yeah, they're the best record in the league. So that's my first one. But I'm not so sure about that one.
I hope you can hear me, but I've heard nothing you've said.
Okay, well, I still went on a good thing. So at the end, Barkley. That's all. That's
still here.
One of the first
technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen.
Well,
I'm sure you can hear him. I just can't.
Yeah. Okay, I guess I'll drive the car, dude. Roach, can you hear me? Okay. Well, it looks like I'm going solo. Okay. Barkley's the first one. Next one I'm looking at. Probably 98, 99 Malone. No. 96, 97 Karl Malone. That's a Jordan one right there. Roach, can you hear me? I'm going to get a little texty. Let me call him. The pod has gone downhill. I'm putting him on speaker pod.
What'd you call?
Can you hear me?
No, not at all.
I'm still recording the pod and I called you.
I love it.
I'm
going to try to rejoin Discord.
Oh, you're not in it?
I have no idea, bro.
I was getting ready to fly this solo, bro.
Just announce that I'm coming back.
I mean, they can hear you, bro. He's coming back, pod. All right. I'm just going to make the case that Jordan wins 3 straight, MVPs there. Shaq wins the 99-00 season. So the argument is... Oh, can you hear me?
We're back.
Oh my gosh,
love
dude!
to see it.
I was driving the car blind.
He took my job.
So the next one I said was 96-97 Karl Malone.
Okay.
That should be a Jordan one, probably. I mean, that's another one where you're just tired of giving it to the same person. And then the next year, but it kind of makes up for it because the next year he gets like the sentimental like MVP because it's his last year.
Yeah, so it was his last year.
But he's probably the MVP anyway, you know?
Well, last year in quotes.
Yeah, last year in quotes. Okay. The first Nash MVP, 04-05, that should probably be a Shaq one.
You think so?
Yeah.
Was that when he was on the Heat?
Yeah, that's his first Heat year. That should probably be a Shaq one. Because so the thing is, Nash put up these crazy numbers, the 7 seconds or less offense. And then the next year he does it but better. So everyone's like, crap, we have to give it to him because we thought he was better than Shaq last year.
Right.
It's kind of like the Curry one, the second
like
Curry
they got
one.
Trapped into it.
Like the second Curry one. Like,
yeah, I get that.
You can probably give that to LeBron, the 14-15 one, but okay. So I got the 04-05 Nash one.
Nash, yep. And then I'm just gonna jump to 10-11. Do you think LeBron should have won 5 in a row?
I watched a lot of basketball this season. First Heat year. This is probably the most this is when I started watching like every day. You know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that I thought Dwight Howard should have won that MVP.
Oh, really? Change up.
So, okay, here's the story. Kobe, this is where Kobe gets hurt, right? Not the Achilles, but this is like he gets hurt that year.
Yeah.
Dwight Howard puts this terrible Lakers team. When you see all the names, bro, it's the core of the terrible to like the 2010s. You know what I mean? Like you have Jordan Hill there. You have, I think Clarkson's there. He might not be there, but you know, it's all those people like. What was that one dude's name? He was bald. I don't know. Anyway, this team's terrible. First, that's all you need to know. And Dwight Howard pulls them into the playoffs. And so this is the first year he's there, right? Because he just got traded.
Bro, I think you have your history wrong.
What are you talking about? In 10-11?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he played for the Magic, bro.
No, he didn't.
Bro, he didn't go to the Lakers until 12-13.
No,
I'm
he
looking
didn't.
at it right now on Basketball Reference. I'm looking at it right now on Basketball Reference.
No, he didn't.
Bro, it's on Basketball Reference. How are you going to argue with me right now?
No, he didn't.
In 10-11.
In 10-11, he was definitely on the Lakers.
It says Orlando. I remember it being 12-13.
Do you remember that?
I do.
All right.
Because that was when they also got Nash.
Yes, they did get Nash. Oh, you're right. So I thought you should have won the 12-13 one then. Wait, no. I think... I don't remember. Anyway. I just thought he was really good that year. That is story.
Anyways. Okay, so do you think LeBron should have won Rose's year, or do you agree with that?
I don't think LeBron should have won, but I think it should have been somebody else. Okay. I mean, okay, so the MVP's narrative driven, you know? That was the story. Like,
I know.
Derrick Rose, third year in the league, super young, all this upside. The Bulls were the
athletic.
The Bulls were the 1 seed in the East.
Right.
You know.
That does play into it a lot.
Yeah, and he's from Chicago. And the Bulls finally have another star player.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, so, I guess that one makes more sense than I would have thought.
I mean, was he the best player? Probably not. But, you know, it is what it is. Which one's the next one you have a bone to pick? I'm gonna go the first Curry one, I guess. I guess I'll just jump in.
You say the first Curry one?
Yeah, that should be a LeBron one.
So, I think, okay, so I'll put that down. For me, these are the ones that I'm more versed in.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty positive 16-17 when Russ won. I thought Harden should have won.
Okay. 16-17, I don't think Westbrook should have won. I wanted Kawhi to win.
Okay. Because I remember when I talked to you about this, it's kind of like a chain event, like chain reaction thing. Harden, exactly. I thought Harden should have won that year, but Russ ended up winning it. So then the next year, I thought LeBron should have won that year when he was solo Cavs.
Yes. Then I think he should have too.
They didn't give it to Harden the year before, so
yes,
we both kind of agreed they gave it to him that year.
Yeah. So 16-17, I think Kawhi probably was the best player. Not the best player, but I thought he should have won MVP. I mean, Westbrook, great story. You didn't know what was happening at the time. Like, people were saying his stats were getting padded, you know? But at the same time, you're like, I actually predicted Westbrook to win MVP that year. But I feel like a lot of people did. So then they had to, like, they just voted for him because he had put up a triple-double, you know?
Yeah.
I remember at the time, like, not being upset with it. But now I think it's, like, indefensible. You know?
Yeah, because at the time, like you just said, like, it was unique to average that. That hadn't been done since, you know, like Robertson, right?
Yeah.
But then he did it the next 2 years.
Yeah, and then you realize it's all empty. Okay, so then they were only the 6th seed, right? So that the whole thing was like, can you be the 6th seed?
That was huge.
Like, can you lead this team that's barely above 500 and be the most valuable player? Was he probably the most valuable player to his team? Probably. But that's not what this award is, even though that's what it's called, you know? So, and then 17-18 is one you want to put down?
I put 17-18. I thought LeBron should have won that year, but Harden
I agree.
Did.
So,
and I agreed with the Giannis one last year.
Yeah, I agreed with that. LeBron finished 2nd that year. Guess who finished 3rd? Have you looked at it already?
Nope, not that voting.
Anthony Davis finished 3rd.
Wow.
Oh, he's so good.
Wow, I didn't know Lillard was 4 there.
Yeah. Which one's the one where I think 16-17 is the one where Isaiah Thomas finished 4th. Yeah, right here.
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro. And then he was done.
I saw a tweet, or I think it was on Instagram actually. It said the 2011 draft class gave us like some of the best players in the game today, and it showed like the Morris twins and Isaiah Thomas and all these players, and I'm like, are they really the best players in the game right now? Like, what?
Okay, what's like a take that you had that you like regret having? We both regret the Kyrie take. That like that the Cavs won that trade.
Oh yeah, 100%.
What's another one?
I thought that team was loaded.
What's another one for you?
Another take that I regret?
Yeah, that you're just like, I missed that one.
I used to say that the Duncan Spurs were not good.
Really?
Yeah, mainly because they beat LeBron like that final year in Miami. And Xavier was a Thunder fan. And still is a Thunder fan, but that same year Kevin Durant won the MVP. I also had a hot take that I said LeBron should win MVP, but I was just getting hot-headed because it was my first year actually watching basketball.
What year was it? The Durant MVP? I mean,
because I thought at the time MVP, like, that's such a huge deal. If LeBron doesn't win it, then like everyone's gonna think he's not good. Blah blah blah. I don't know. I was young and stupid.
Well, the thing with MVP, it's just like, I don't even know. It's kind of like Team of the Year and Coach of the Year put together. Like, you know how that is. Like, Coach of the Year, you're not saying they're the best coach in the league. You're saying like
they did the best job.
They did the best job. You know, if that makes sense. Yeah, the 17-18 James Harden one, I just remember like people were acting like it was like an MVP race, and I'm like, dude, they're gonna give it to Harden because they know they messed up last year.
I don't know. I have a pretty hot take that Harden's not really even that good. He's just like
that's ridiculous. What's he benefiting from? He's
benefiting from D'Antoni's system of. No, he's benefiting from his 90% usage rate.
Yeah, the fact that he can be used like that shows he's good. You can't put Eric Gordon out there and have a 90% usage rate and win 50 games.
Say it was a hot take. I did say it was a hot take.
So, dude, I just think like no one else could do that, and that maybe LeBron, but he doesn't get to the line like that. He doesn't shoot like that. Like in college, he got to the line 8 times. That's insane. In college, he got to the line
Harden?
8 times. Yes,
I did not know that.
That's something. Okay, when you look at talent now, if they're gonna do well in the NBA, look at how many times they get to the line in a game. Like I think that's the best indicator of like if you're going to succeed in the NBA, because
showing that people can't stop you.
If you can get to the line and people have to foul you once you get to the bucket, like, you know. And James Harden's a big dude. Like people that are like he's hitting everybody. Like
I know. I kind of slept on that actually. I always thought he was kind of like small and stocky, but no, he's tall, man.
He's tall and
built.
He's built like he's solid. You know, so like if you're like people don't like getting hit by him either, you know?
And he's got those pricklies, stick them in your eye.
Me and my dad are arguing, do you think a step back's a travel?
I mean, today's NBA now.
So I think he's actually gathering the ball, but like he's taking the whole like so he's gathering the ball when he's mid step. Right. So like does that step count? Obviously not.
He doesn't have it.
Obviously not, since they don't call it. It's kind of like what's a catch in football, dude. Like he's corralling well though.
All I gotta say is Dez did not catch it.
First off, he did.
You're a moron.
Okay. I mean, I guess you have to be like that, but David Tyree didn't catch it, dude.
Julian Edelman didn't catch it.
Oh, please. All right, so what's the list you have? Do we have more than 5? We have 5?
We have 7.
Okay.
I'm going to take one out automatically. I'm going to take out the Rose one because you just said somebody else should have won it, not a specific person.
Yeah, okay.
So we'll let Rose keep his MVP.
LeBron can win that one, but
no. Let's
the story makes sense.
So we have 6. We got to just take one out. We have, and I think I know which one I'm going to take out, but we have 92-93 Barkley, and we said Jordan should have won.
Probably, yeah.
96-97 Malone, Jordan also should have won. And then 2004-05 Nash, you said Shaq should have won.
Mm-hmm.
And then 14-15 Curry, you said LeBron should have won.
Yeah, they should have won that finals.
I think I was on that. Not bandwagon, but that side too.
Well, okay. When you think about what he's coming into in 14-15,
oh yeah, I know. First year,
we don't know Kyrie. Like
team.
Back then, Kyrie was not an established star. He scored 50 one time. You know, we knew he was a good scorer, but we didn't know if he could be. We didn't know if he was like a good guy, bad team player, which Kevin Love turned out to be.
Which he did, and that team changed up in the middle of the season too. Yeah,
they got J.R. Smith and Amon Shumpert because Deion Waiters
and
Mozgov, because Deion Waiters, like, I think they realized pretty quick, like him and LeBron, they can't play together because D Waiters is a heat check guy. So yeah,
and then we have the back-to-back Westbrook, Harden. You said you thought Kawhi should have won. I thought Harden should have won that year over good old Westbrook.
Mm-hmm.
And then
17-18 both agree.
Easily LeBron over Harden.
That's one. That's one. I think you look back on like.
I think that was like 14-15 on steroids.
Yeah, and then
with the hand he was dealt. Oh my god.
He played every game. Like
he played every game. He went. I know it's not a postseason award, but he went nuts in that playoffs.
But he was going nuts in the regular season.
Dude. That's one thing, and yes, I know I'm biased, but dude, when Kawhi was going, he had a great playoffs last year, and he did win, but dude, LeBron, I think had an even better playoffs up to the finals that year. That was one of the greatest playoffs I'd ever seen.
What are you talking about? Last year?
No, yeah, Kawhi's last year, but LeBron's that year when he dragged that Cavs team.
Oh, you're saying like
to the finals.
If we're gonna talk about Kawhi like that, we should be talking about LeBron like that.
Well, I was just saying people kind of forgot about that very quickly.
Yeah, because they were saying Kawhi was the best player in the league,
and because LeBron missed the playoffs.
Yes,
but
let's not forget that 18 playoffs for LeBron is the peak of his career, and to say that LeBron's like years past his prime is absurd. That was 2 years ago. You know?
Yes.
Like, I don't know. Like the fact he is a shooting threat now. You cannot leave him open. Let me look at his basketball reference.
And he's still doing it. He's still doing it every other way too.
Yeah, I mean, I love that we somehow got to LeBron. This whole LeBron talk again.
We always do, dude.
I mean, I can't help it. I can't help it. He's shooting 34% from three this year, almost 35. That's amazing. Dang, he shot 40% from three one year. Dude, LeBron's the GOAT, dude.
We've established this.
Oh my goodness. He scored 30 points a game in 07-08 and he lost and he didn't win MVP?
So out of those, I want to say the Curry LeBron here because I understand why Curry got it. Because that was the
14-15?
Yeah, that was the first, I think, like 3-point barrage like that anyone.
He did revolutionize the league. It's kind of like the Nash one, but
more deserving.
You know, yeah. And the next year, I mean, he won unanimous MVP. Like looking back,
he just did it, but better.
Looking back, I think I was against that team. I was against I was like, how valuable can you be to your team? Because I was still, Westbrook still won. Like a few years before, so I was like, how can you only play 25 minutes a game or 20 minutes a game and be valuable to your team? You know what I mean?
I agree. Yeah.
But he was nuts.
Those were some big minutes.
Yeah, I mean, you could probably argue a Magic one, like in the 80s somewhere, but Bird was, like, the only person he was competing with, really. Moses Malone in the early 80s, he was a dog. And then Larry Bird. I still don't like that Larry Bird won 3 straight, but hey. Who am I? Did you ever watch the Lakers Celtics series for 30?
Yeah, that was great.
So good.
I love it. The only thing is, like, now, I've already seen it, and it's really long to watch all 3.
Yeah.
But it needs to be that long, but I just wish it was shorter.
Kyle Lowry got MVP votes in 15-16. That's kind of wild.
That's where we end this conversation.
Dude, listen to this. 15-16. Who do you think had more MVP votes, Durant or Westbrook?
Well, I saw that one. Westbrook did.
That's crazy.
I know.
Did Durant get hurt?
I don't think he did.
What I remember
maybe he did a little bit.
Okay.
Maybe he was for a little bit during the regular season.
When I look back, like on those Thunder, like years of them contending, there's 2 years in a row, right, where like Westbrook's hurt for the playoffs, and so's like Durant's hurt the next year. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Xavier swears by that.
I mean, it's so
unlucky.
There was a year
Ibaka was hurt too.
It's so unlucky, but you still gotta get it done, bro. Like,
15-16 was their year, man.
Yeah.
Literally.
It really was. Like,
all you have to do is say Game 6 Clay to Zabe, and he has nightmares.
He has PTSD, bro.
We've been over this. Check out the pod, like we said.
The 14-15 season was so weird, bro. We're kind of just rambling now. Did you forget your host? Keep going.
No, we were talking about the MVPs, and then it turned into that.
Oh, okay. I also want to bring something else up.
Which one are we going to take out?
Okay. Before we do this,
Okay.
I listen to Bill Simmons a lot, and he's
Stonewall's mentor.
He started this weird take where the like 2011 that D Wade was the best player in the league. That's like his take that he's been doing lately, and I'm like, no, he wasn't. Like,
dude, Bill Simmons, I hear a lot of good things about you. If you're listening right now, don't turn into Max Kellerman, please.
I mean, he doesn't, but like, there's an argument that D Wade in the playoffs was better than LeBron because he was like when Dallas is running that 2-3 zone on him. By the way, Jordan never played a zone. Just throwing that out there. When they were playing the 2-3 zone, LeBron was like lost, bro. He was like, I can't really shoot. His jumper was so broke. He couldn't post up. So, I mean, this is raw LeBron. It's still 2011, but I mean, he's not what he is now, Now, if they do that, he's just shooting all over him. And D Wade would drop like 35 in those playoff games. So, I get you can say D Wade was better than LeBron in that series, but he was not better than him all season. That's just not true.
Oh, Billy.
Did you see that Daryl Morey thinks if they got Chris Bosh like that year, I think it was 14, like if they would have gotten him that year, they would have won a title. Because they were supposed to get him. Like, the deal was done. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're just absorbing?
I was letting you finish, yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Got on a roll there.
I'm not trying to be Molly, dude. I don't want to become what I hate.
Molly, what's her last name?
Molly Rose.
Oh yeah, she's married to Jalen. My guy.
My guy.
All right, yeah. So probably take out the Curry one. I mean, in my older age, I've become a Curry defender. Because I think it's kind of Durant was there for 3 years, so I think people forget, dude, just how great Steph Curry is, and I'm excited for him next year. Have you wavered from your anti-Curry?
I kind of have, mainly just because he's been gone for a while. There's no reason to poop on it.
To poop on him?
But, I think a lot of my, I wouldn't say hate, but just like disinterest in Curry came from the fact that when Durant joined, I just knew it was game over.
Yeah, and like Curry wasn't the best player on those teams.
I was just tired of hearing it.
At the end of the day, Curry wasn't the best player on those teams, so he was the second best player on the team
for 4 years, dude. I mean, yeah, I would have loved it if it was LeBron. I would have, dang, but just I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not trying to hate on anybody.
Let's do an exercise, okay? Say,
why don't we do an exercise and take out this MVP?
Oh, we need to take one out. We did. We took out the Curry one.
Did we agree on that? I didn't know if we agreed on that.
Yes, we agree.
Okay. So we have 92-93, Jordan should have won over Barkley. 96-97, Jordan should have won over Malone. 2004-2005, Shaq should have won over Nash. I have no idea about that one. That's on you.
That's on me. I stand by it.
16-17, Westbrook just should not have won. You say Kawhi, I say Harden.
Yes.
And then 17-18, easily LeBron.
Let me make sure I got my Shaq stats right here. Yeah, I mean he plays 73 games. He's 22-10-3, 2 blocks a game.
Here's what I'm wondering. So if Shaq was that good that year, and D Wade just went nuts in the playoffs, is that why he got all that recognition?
Well, they didn't win the title that year. They won the title next year.
Oh, I was thinking it was that year. That was the Spurs.
Yeah. Yeah, Spurs won that one.
Yeah, you're right. I got my years mixed up, just like you with Dwight Howard in 10-11.
Mm-hmm.
Happens to the best of us.
It really do. Yeah, they lost to the Pistons that year in the Eastern Conference Finals. Did they lose in 7? Dang, they lost in 7. I mean, D Wade.
So Shaq got traded there midseason that year?
No, I don't think so.
Or was it before the start of the season?
It was before the start of the season, I'm pretty sure.
Gotcha.
I don't know. Let me look it up while we're here, Pod.
mean, if he played 73 games that year for them, probably not.
Yeah, it was before the beginning of the year. It was Shaq to the Heat for Caron Butler, Lamar Odom, Brian Grant, and a future first-round pick that turned out to be Jordan Farmar. I mean, it's a pretty good haul for an aging Shaq.
Yeah.
Lamar Odom, bro. I mean, he's on your team he's one of the best players on your, title team.
Wild.
Yeah, that was in July 14th, 2004.
They were building it.
I mean, let's not forget, Kobe is kind of like hated there for a while by everybody because you had to pick Shaq or Kobe, and Shaq's dope, So
Shaq's dope. Was he still like the best player in the league at the time?
I mean,
kind of coming away from
the league was weird because like there wasn't like one. I mean, Duncan was there, and I mean KG's good, but I mean it's weird because there was like a little, after Jordan, he's like a perimeter guy, and then before that, like Magic was the best player. Bird, like those aren't big guys, so like big guys kind of just like ran the 2000s.
Interesting. Completely different now.
Yeah, it is.
But that's all we got on the schedule, unless you want to talk about anything else.
No, I mean we've been rambling for an hour and a half, so.
Hey, it's the way of the road, dude. We knew
the way of the road
in.
pod.
We knew it going in.
We love it. All right, well, they got to get us out of here.
All right. Well, I really don't know what to say at the end of this. I'm just gonna say thank you guys for giving us your attention and listening to us just talk about life and basketball and
this has been the Undoubted Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Noel Craft, and my co-host, Roach. See ya. What do you think of that?
I've been replaced.
Bye.